Hi my loves, let's do my makeup together. I just wanted to do a simple bit that looks good with my outfit. First, if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel and follow me on Instagram. I already prepped my skin with serum, moisturizer and a hydrating spray, and then I went in with primer. I used a flat brush to apply my foundation, and then I'm just blending it out with a damp beauty blender. My foundation is all blended. Then I went in with my favorite concealer from Nuban Beauty. I just applied that to all the areas that I want to highlight, underneath my eyes, my chin, along the bridge of my nose and the top of my lip. I also put a little bit on my forehead just to highlight it, not too much. Going in with the same damp, not wet guys, damp beauty blender. I'm just going to start blending out the edges first before I go in and blend out the concealer properly. You blend out the edges first because you want to eliminate any harsh lines between the foundation and the concealer. I always use a powder puff with some setting powder to set the concealer into place. Everywhere I place the concealer, I'm just going in with some setting powder very lightly, but also making sure the concealer is smoothing out with setting powder. Next, I'm just going to do this reverse contour thing by applying the setting powder I used for my concealer along my jawline and then blending it out. After I blend it out, I also go into the rest of my face with face powder just to set down that foundation and give it a smooth skin-like look. Then I proceed to set and bake underneath my eye. Sorry, just baking. We already set the concealer in the beginning. So after baking, I did my brows off camera, and this is the eyeshadow I opted for today. The plan was to do a matte eyeshadow look, so I started with this orange as my transition. I just swing it out because I always love that lifted eye look. So I'm just blending that into the outer part of my eyes, into my crease and all over, making sure I blend out the edges, blending it upwards and swiping it outwards, as you can see. This eyeshadow palette is very pigmented, so the only work I had to do was just to blend and then to just be conscious of how I build up the shadows. Next, I'm going in with a dark maroon shade that I just placed strategically in my crease, which is why I'm using a bit fluffy but a really small brush to pack that in. You can see how both shades, the orange and the maroon, complement each other. You won't even see the beauty until I'm done with the eyeshadow, but it really goes well, and I've been doing this recently and I really love the outcome. Using the Ben Nye Clown White eyeshadow primer, I'm just placing that at the center of my eye. I'm blending it in before using a fluffy brush to pack on some peach matte eyeshadow all over my eyelid, because I said I wanted this makeup to give matte eyes, but I just wanted it to also complement my outfit. So you can see there's some peaches, some oranges, some dark reds in this adire I'm wearing. So to give the eyeshadow more dimension and depth, I'm taking in a dark purple. You can also use a dark brown. This is a purple, but it shows as brown whenever I place it on my eye. So that's what I'm just patting down, and then I go in with that maroon to just diffuse between both colors. Using my fluffy brush that already has setting powder in it, from using it on my brows, I'm just going to clean out the edges of the eyeshadow to make it look sharp and crisp. Then I went in to contour my nose using the bronzer that I use all over my face. My nose contour technique is very simple. It's exactly what you're seeing in the screen. I just pull it down towards the tip of my nose and I try to blend it out. After wiping off the baking powder, I went in with some face powder. Then I sprayed it down with some setting spray, the same setting spray I've been using all through this makeup. I rarely film the part where I'm doing eyeliner because, as you can see, it's not a pretty sight. But yeah, I wore some eyeliner and then I did a wing liner and then I did a very teeny tiny liner on the top lid. And next, as you can see, I'm trying to do some nice lip combo. Using a brown liquid lipstick, I just lined my lips. I just went with a straight line over my cupid's bow because I wanted it to look plump but not too overlined. So here I'm just blending out this brown that I've placed all over. For today, I just wanted something simple like my last video, so I took this peach lip gloss from Blossom Beauty and applied that to my lips, the bottom at the top, and then I just blended everything out. This lip gloss is so nice and so light and pigmented. I've been sleeping on it. I've had it for over a year and I rarely use it, and today after I used it I really liked it. So to just top that off, I went in with some lip gloss, and that's the lip combo, guys. And as always, I placed my highlighter on the tip of my nose and along the bridge of my nose, and then I apply some on my cheeks, also peach, and then something light like I always do. And that's the finished look, guys. I hope you really like this look as I also did. I always film with natural light, so at this point the sun was starting to get in the way, so I just gave up on putting lashes, and that's the finished look. I'll see you in my next video.